What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and this video is going to be a UI challenge guys. Mostly in UI challenges I just make one screen and two screens in the case of login and sign up screens, and I simply show how to animate do simple animations on widgets inside that particular UI screen, right? A lot of people have been asking me to take a complete set of screens for a particular application and then recreate them using Flutter. So I was browsing through Dribble that day, and I found this wonderful UI set designed by a designer called F. Dot. I don't know his full name. It's just F. Dot. So yeah, he has provided a set of screens. As of now, I saw his profile, and then I could see that he has given screens for register, the dashboard, this screen, this one, and this one. These three I didn't see, but yeah, we'll try to take this set and then do all the screens through Flutter, okay, using Flutter. So in today's video, in this particular video, we'll be recreating this screen. This is the dashboard screen, right? Probably the screen shown when you log in inside this furniture application. This is a simple application to sell furniture, guys. That's it. Okay, it's like a commerce application that sells furniture. So we'll be wait, let me just get, yeah, this is a bigger version of that same screen, right? So let's apply the 1369 rule that we usually apply for recreating the UI. One will be this header part, two will be this thing, this slider, and three will be the, not slider exactly, the list of options. Three will be the list view and the bottom navigation bar. If you break it down into six, then one will be this thing, 2 will be the set of options, 3 will be the list view and the bottom navigation bar, 4 will be the circles and this image and the menu button inside the header, 5 will be the effect, the highlight effect that will be applied when the user taps on these options, 6 will be the design of the cards. This is enough. Let's not break this down into 9 as well. So we'll just try to make this entire screen piece by piece using Flutter. Okay. So a lot of guys have been requesting me to show the mobile device as well, mobile screen parallelly on the screen video as well, as and when I develop, so that they can get an idea of why and how I am doing certain things. So yeah, in this video, as soon as I start running my application on the mobile device, I'll throw it up on the screen and leave it there on the screen as I write more and more code, so that you can see how we build it in real time, piece by piece, right? So yeah guys, that's one thing I wanted to get out of the way, get it out of the way. So let's start. First of all, what we'll be building is this particular UI thing, yellow thing, and this two circles. Okay. Inside the body I'll have a list view, children, column, stack, so now we are going to be using a custom color, right? This one, this color. So I have already grabbed this color using a eyedropper Chrome plugin that was suggested by one of our viewers on this channel. So I'll be using that particular color. Since that is a string, I need to get it as a integer, right? So what I'll do is if you remember, I showed you a function that will do the same for us. So I'll make use of that function here. Just copy it and then paste it here so that I can use it. Okay, this is the get color hex from string, and it will return an integer. So I'll just use that function, get what was that, color hex from string, and the value would be okay. we have a container. Now we have this container, this entire container. Let's just run this on the device and see how it looks. All right, now that we have this particular thing ready, now let's do these two circles. Okay, these circles are nothing but wait, I'll show you how to do that. We'll do it in a simple way. Okay, there are several ways to bring those circles. We'll do it in a simple way. So after this container, I'll just after this container, I'll just add a positioned widget, and inside this I'll just give a bottom margin 50, right margin some 100. Okay, container height 250. Oh, we need a bigger bubble, so we'll just have 400, and width again will be 400. Decoration, box decoration, border radius dot circular 200, and the color will be, once again I have picked the color, so I'll just give that here, and I'll add a opacity with opacity 0.4. Fine. Now if I save this, just watch what happens. Wow, you can see that we have like a nice bubble here. The entire circle is not visible because of our positioning that we have done here. Okay, but we can see that only the lower arc of that particular circle is visible, just like it was on our design spec. Now we need this bubble as well, so let's go ahead and do that in a similar way. Okay, this is where our position ends, right? We'll paste this. It's exactly the same system, but what I have done here is I have simply changed the positioning. Also, I have created a smaller bubble since this was smaller, since this is smaller than this one. Let's save this and see how it looks on the mobile device. Wow, now you can see that we have both the bubbles just like we had here, right? Let's go ahead and make this circle avatar and this menu button. This part we'll skip it, some small dots in a square, right? I think you can place an image for that. Anyway, I'll skip that for now. I'll do the circle avatar and the menu button. Okay, so to do that, first of all, I would like to say one more thing, guys. I already have some fonts and some images in the assets directory. If you don't have them, kindly the GitHub link to this particular code will be provided in the description section below. Kindly click on that and grab a copy of that inside your project as well. Go to pubspec.yaml and then include the asset paths in this file as well, so that you can follow along with me in this particular video. So after this positioned widget, I'll add a column children. Once again, inside this I'll do a sized box with 15.0. okay, this is for there will be a small width between this particular circle avatar and the topmost part of our mobile device. That's why I have given this sized box, and it's like a small padding. Okay, so I am just explaining that in a complicated way. Container alignment dot top left height 50 width 50 decoration box decoration border radius dot circular 25.0 so that it looks like a circle, and image decoration image asset image assets chris.jpg. Fine, let's save this, see how this looks on our mobile device. Okay, now we have the image there, but there isn't any spacing in or around that particular image, right? So what I can do is to create that spacing, I'll just move this inside a row so that we can have both the, that would be a better option, we can have both the circle avatar and the menu button inside a row, and we can place both of these at the ends of the row. So what I'll do is I'll move that inside a row, and here I'll give another sized box of width 15.2. This should be height. Fine. Now if we save this, oh sorry, now you get the image a little bit to the right and a little bit from the top, as we can see here, right? But this has a thick white border that our image doesn't have, so let's go ahead and add that as well. So I'll just give border border dot all, and inside this I'll give colors dot white, style border style dot solid width 2.0. Fine, we'll save this. Nice, we get that nice looking white border around our image as well. Now let's go ahead and do the menu button as well. Okay, so what I'll do is, after this particular container, I'll go ahead and add a sized box. Width would be media query dot off context dot size dot width minus 120.0. This 120.0 I'm giving for the image avatar on the left side, plus the padding that we gave on the left side, plus the padding that the menu button will have to the right side. So I'm giving this particular width from here to this menu button. That's the width I have given here. And the next thing is add a container inside which you can easily place that. Alignment dot top right, and child icon button icons dot menu on pressed colors dot white, and icon size 30.2. Fine. Now if you just watch this effect, wow, we get the nice menu button. It's not looking exactly like this, but we get that nice menu button at the right as we expected, right? Now let's go ahead and do this particular text, hello Pino. Okay, hello and a comma and a Pino. Let's go ahead and do that text. So after this row, I'll add a sized box, height some 50, I'll give 50. Okay, and I'll I'll add a text. No, I'll give some padding to the text. Padding edge insets dot only left 15.0. Fine. And child text inside this hello Pino, right? And style text style font family quick sand let's save this. Nice. Now what was the other text? What do you want to buy? It's the same exact procedure, guys, so I'll just skip this part. Okay, fine. Now you have this nice text, hello Pino, and what do you want to buy, just like it's given. Probably the font is a bit different, guys. If anyone knows what font this one is, kindly drop it in the comment section below so that I can bring this font in, but I have used a different font and it looks really good. Now let's go ahead and do this search box. Okay, this looks really good. So white search box, it's filled white, and then there's a small yellow color how do you magnifying glass at the prefix as a prefix icon. So after this padding, I'll give a sized box. Once again, sized box of height 15.0. I'll even have more height, 25.0, and after that I'll simply do another padding edge insets dot only left 15.0 right 15.0. Fine. Child material elevation 5.0 so that it looks a little bit elevated with a nice shadow. Border radius dot circular. I'll just give a small value since this was just a small rounded rectangle. And child will be text form field. This will have a decoration, input decoration, and border. If you remember in one of my previous videos, I think it was the food recipes video, I told you that if you give input border as none, then you won't get any borders around any text field. Not only this text field or text form field. If you just give input border dot none, if you give it like this, there will be no borders around the input field. Now prefix icon, what was that icon? Some magnifying glass, right? So icons dot search, and I'll give a color for that icon. Color get color from hex string fine. Now I have a color. I will give a size as well, size some 30.0, and yeah, this is 10. We'll add a content padding edge insets dot only left 15.0 top 15.0. Hint text search, hint style text style, colors dot gray, font family quick sand, text style that is closed, and input decoration text form fill. Yeah, that's it, right? Oh, one more. Let's save this, see how this looks. Wow, it looks really great, right? Wait, there is an abrupt ending at the bottom which kind of destroys our effect. So what I'll do is I'll add a now you look here. Now you look at the device. Wow, the effect is really cool, right? Now we have that nice looking search bar inside the just like we have on the original design spec, and we have a magnifying glass on the left side as a prefix icon with the same color as given in the design spec as well. Yeah, this is done, guys. The first part is done. Let's move on to these two parts. So regarding this, what I'll do is I thought of something. The effect that we need to achieve, the highlight effect, that alone will take a large amount of time and large amount of code, guys. So what I'll do is I'll skip that effect for now and just show you how to bring in these options. Okay, bringing in the highlight effect based on the based on the choice of the user, I'll do a separate video for that. Okay, in this video we'll see how to bring all these four options into the screen alone, and this highlight effect I'll move it to another video. Okay, so we'll just do this options right now. In order to do that, first let's get into the code and let's get out of the stack. So far we were inside the stack only, so we'll get out of the stack and then give a sized box height. Stack was nothing but the first element of our column, right? There was a list view and there was a column, and the first element of the column was the stack. Now since I got out of the stack, I can simply give 10.0 and I'll start another stack. Why do I use another stack here? Since the highlight effect is a little bit protruded out of the container, right? It looks like a ribbon, and this looks like as if this particular tile is off the ribbon, right? So in order to create that effect, I used a stack, but the effect part I'll show in another video. Okay, for now this is a baseline. This is how it's going to be built. Even if you want to try, do that. Just have the four options, use a stack, have the four options, and then have four boolean values, or based on the number of your options, have so many boolean values. Whenever the user taps on one particular option, you just need to place this tile with place a bigger tile on that overlaying on that particular option. That's it. You will get the highlight effect. If the user taps on the wardrobe, you need to simply cancel out this bigger tile, and then this wardrobe tile have a separate tile, and then have a separate bigger tile, and simply overlay it on the existing wardrobe option. So this highlight effect will go off, and it will look like this button is now highlighted. Okay, that's how we are going to create that effect in theory. In practice, I'll show that entire process in another video. If you want to try it, this is the way. That's why I'm saying this, explaining this in detail. I just wanted to save a bit of time on this video, and just now anyway, stack children. Inside this, I'll have a sized box. Height will be some 10.0. Okay. Material. Child. Container height will be some 75.0, and color will be some colors dot white. Fine. Now all we need to do is get out of this. This is the base. Okay, this is the base. Which one? This is the this particular container, right? We have a particular container on which there are 4 options, and this is highlighted on that particular white container. That white container is the one that's placed here. If I save this, you can see it on the mobile device, I guess, since we gave an elevation. See, you get all you can see is just a line, right? But there is a ribbon like thing. If you observe closely, I'm not sure if that will get shown on the video, but there is a ribbon like thing. Okay, still recording, right? Anyway, where was I? Yeah, we were making that 4 options, right? So to bring that 4 options, I'll simply use the row and I'll simply make one option and then copy and paste the other 3 options. Main axis alignment dot space evenly, and children container height will be the same as the original ribbon, and width will be media query dot of context dot size dot width by 4. Okay, child column children widget container height 50.0, and decoration box decoration image decoration image asset image assets sofas dot png. Okay, this is actually not a png, I think it is an svg image, but this was the only one that was available on the internet that looked like the image on the design spec. So yeah, and it looked pretty on the screen as well, so I just took it, but it's advisable to use a png image. That's my point here. Container and text will be sofas style text style font family quicksand. Okay, so this is one option. Let's just save this and see how it looks on our mobile device in hot reloaded. Okay, it's unable to load this. Let's see, assets dot again. Wow, you get a nice looking option, right? So far you can see this, right? So now we just need 3 more options like this. The simplest way is to copy and paste this container. Now if I just save this, just watch what happens. Wow, we get 4 nice looking options, right? Just like we had here. Those are not the exact SVG images as shown in the design spec, but this is something similar that I got off the internet. Okay, so now we have these 4 options. The highlighting part, as I mentioned before repeatedly, I'll show it in a separate video, this how to create this highlight effect. Okay, right now we'll just move on with the rest of the UI component, UI design. Now we have to build this entire list view and the bottom app bar, right? Bottom app bar is pretty much an easy process, and I have already shown that in a lot of previous videos. We'll do the list view now. Okay, so in order to do that, let's just since it's going to be repeated, I'll just have a separate, use a separate function, call it from there, and then simply call that function multiple times to create a nice list. So I'll get back to the code rather than me talking. If I just code it for you guys. You'll see, you'll understand it in a better way. So widget item card, this is what will be returning R. And what are the stuff that we need to, an image, title, option. Oh, okay, this option is disabled in some of the cards, and that's it. An image, fine. Now I'll just return a padding. Padding, edge, insets dot only, left 15.0, right 15.0, top 15.0, and child will be a container. This container will have a height of 150.0, width of double dot infinity, and color of colors dot white. This is white, right? I'm just creating this card. You obviously figured that out by now. I'm just creating this entire card. That's exactly what I have done here. And once this is done, I can simply use a row, child row children container with 150, decoration box decoration, color, wait, oh okay, box decoration, I made a typo, color, why do we need a color? We don't need a color, right? Image decoration, image, once again decoration typo, decoration image, image asset, image path, fit box fit dot cover. Sorry, this is done. And get out of the container now. Sized box with 4.2. okay, you understand what? Oh sorry guys, I didn't save this, right? I'll show you guys now. I'll save this, let it hot reload so that you can get a better idea of what we have done so far. Obviously nothing will happen since I didn't actually call this anywhere, right? So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and call this somewhere. I'll get out of the stack here, and then item card, what were those? Title, right? First one, fin something, right? Finnavian, assets automan.jpg false. Okay, I'll save this so that you guys can look at what we have achieved so far. And we have a nice looking image here on the screen, right? You can see this on the screen, right? Now we need to bring this particular part in here as well. So let's go ahead and do that. This is mostly stuff that we have already done, guys. Anyway, I'll do it, no issues. I'm just saying this in advance so that this you guys don't feel this video is too long or something. Column children widget row children widget text font weight dot bold and then text width will be some 45.2 material would be elevation is favorite. You understand what I have? Probably. Wait, I'll show you. Every time if I show that on the screen, you guys will get. Now I have brought in the title. That's it. Nothing fancy. Just watch what happens. See, you can see the title on the top, right? So now that I have done that, the next thing I'll do is at the other end I need to bring in this small nice looking button, and this button is disabled for some cards whereas it's enabled for some cards. So that's the reason why I passed a boolean variable, so that we can say for which cards it's enabled and which cards it's disabled. So I'll just give it a material widget, and then inside that widget I'll give elevation is favorite. If it is true, then elevation should be 0.0, otherwise you should have a nice looking button. See, this is, there is no elevation here, whereas there is a small elevation with a nice shadow effect around here. And border radius dot circular 20.0, so that the container is perfectly circular. Child container, probably you should wrap this with an inkwell when you write it for your production applications, with 40.0, and decoration box decoration box border radius dot circular 20.0, and child color is favorite. If it's favorite, then I should give colors dot gray, right? Colors dot gray with opacity, some small opacity, some point. If I give it, the lower the value, the more and more transparent it will be, right? And the higher the value, it's 0 to 1. If it's 0, it's transparent completely. If it's 1, it's opaque completely. So 0.2 is somewhere close to transparent, just like it's here. Okay. And if this is not the case, then colors dot white. Fine. So that the button is white. Here the button is somewhat gray. Here the button is white. And now that I have the button in place, all I need to do is add a child. Child is nothing but the heart icon. Okay. Child center. Child is favorite. Icon. Icons dot favorite border. If it's already fair, that is, if it's true, then I should just give a border, whereas if it's false, I should give a color as well to it, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing here. If it's favorite, then this is okay. Icons dot favorite favorite colors dot red. Fine. Now these two are done, and okay, this is done entirely. Let's just save this and see if the button appears. For now, for false, it should give us a complete button. Yeah, it's giving us a nice looking button, right? Wow, the button looks really great, guys, on the device. Fine, it's still recording, right? Yeah, it's still recording. Now all I need to do is do this part, the text here and the button here. Let me just get out of the row completely. I don't need to be on that row. Give some spacing, use a container. If I don't use a container to wrap this text, it will give me an overflow issue. We need to specify some, not just container, you can specify any one widget with a specific restraint. That is, you should give a particular width so that it, or particular height in case it's at the bottom and you are not using a list view or a grid view maybe. Text, what was the text? Scandinavian. What was? Now I have that text. I just need to align it to the left, so I'll just give text align, align dot left, and what else? Style, text style. It was somewhat of a gray color, right? Yeah, gray color, and small size. Nice. Some small nice looking text that has appeared magically onto the screen. Okay, this is done. The next thing we need to do is just one more part, the buttons, right? 2 buttons there are. So I'll just have a row and then have 2 containers with varying widths, and I'll simply enter the values inside those particular containers. I'll just cut the video here and then include all these and then resume the video, since there is nothing going in fancy in this. Just a couple of containers with specific colors. There isn't even a rounded border or something, and some text inside those containers. That's it, guys. So I'll just cut the video here and then resume recording once I have finished these buttons. All right, now let's just save this. Hit hot reload. Yeah, we get a couple of nice looking buttons at the bottom as well, right? So let's go ahead and create the other 3 cards. Other 3 cards, I just need to change the image path and the boolean value there, right? Save this. Let's look at the mobile device now. It looks really great, right? I can scroll this up and I have a nice looking buttons, and if you notice, the favorite button on the other 2 cards is disabled, right? This is really cool. All right, we are almost at the end of our awesome design. We just need this bottom nav bar. Bottom nav bar right now it does nothing, right? So I'll just include a nav bar with 4 buttons. That's it. I have already made a detailed video on how to bring tabs inside your Flutter application, guys. So if you have any doubt, kindly refer to that. I'll just run through this with first I need a single ticker provider state mixin so that it knows I'm going to do an animation, and I'll bring in a bottom navigation bar. Where shall I do that? Above the scaffold. Fine. I just have a bottom navigation bar. It's just a tab bar with 4 tabs. That's it, right? And I need a controller. Okay. So I'll go here and then And I also need to initialize this controller, right? Forgot all that. Fine. Add a dispose method as well. Fine. Save this. Hopefully the tab bar should appear now. Okay, so we need to initialize the app again. I'll just do a full restart. Sorry guys. We get a nice looking tab bar at the bottom. As of now, as I said, the tab bar won't do anything, so I didn't code the active color to shift from one button to the other when you just navigate from one tab to the other. Anyway, this was purely a UI video, so I guess that's not even needed. So yeah guys, this is the screen that we made today. This was the one that we made today, and we have, in my opinion, I honestly feel that we did a good job. This highlighting, as I said, I'll show it in a later video. Okay, so yeah, in our forthcoming videos we'll go ahead and make all the other screens. We'll make this one, and this one. Okay, and possibly this one as well. Okay, so yeah guys, I hope I hope this video helped you guys. If you really found this helpful, kindly hit the subscribe button. If you like the content that I'm doing on this channel, and if you like to watch more UI challenges, animations, and stuff related to mobile app development in general, kindly hit the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon so that you receive notifications each and every time I upload a new video. So yeah guys, if you found this helpful, kindly share it with someone and help them too, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.